Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad that you decided to take 30 minutes out of your evening to be with us tonight. I will be your host, Nikki McCutchen. And before we get started, I just want to again thank you for being here. And I just know that whoever invited you to this call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. So we are going to get started with our medical disclaimer. Tonight's call will be for informational purposes only to just educate you. And all LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose any type of disease or illness. We always recommend that you check with your physician first, especially if you're pregnant or nursing. So with that, I am going to chat with you tonight about this amazing little patch. X39, that's actually an ice wave. Let me show you one that's white. Um, this amazing little patch that is completely non-transdermal. It is sealed on both sides, so nothing transfers from the patch into your body. It's most people are familiar with a nicotine patch, an estrogen patch, a vitamin patch. All of those transfer something from the patch into your body, but our patches don't do that. They're completely sealed, and they work through a process called photobiomodulation. And that's just a big word that means light making change in the body. And everyone already knows what this is because every time you go out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and hits your eyes, it causes your body to work the way it was designed and make vitamin D so that all of your cells can receive what they need to receive. And bring into the cell what it needs. That's one of the things that vitamin D does in your body. Um, the way the patch works is it is light reflective. So it is a crystal lattice structure that is made up of amino acids, crystals. It's actually crystal because it is light reflective, but sugars, water, the word that keeps getting in my brain that's getting in my way of talking is stereoisomers. They are stereoisomers. So at the molecular level, and it is reflective. So we are actually the light or the heat source. It's not coming from the sun, as we talked about with photobiomodulation, but we are that light and heat source. And you actually know what this is as well, because every time you watch a movie and they're looking through night vision goggles and they see what they call a heat signature, you see all those pretty colors of red, yellow, blue. That is actually low grade infrared light. And that is coming out of every single part of our body. We emit a low grade infrared light. And that light is what the patch, that crystal lattice structure, uses to reflect back into the body at a certain frequency to activate different peptides in our body to help and support our body to do what it was already designed to do. So you can actually place the patches anywhere on the body because that source, that light source, is coming out from everywhere. We do have clinically tested spots. There's over 90 clinical studies. There's over 150 patents. And so we do have recommended clinically tested spots, but this has been around for over 20 years now. And so we know that no matter where you put the patch on your body, it is going to do what it is designed to do. And so the recommendation is that for you wear the patch for 12 hours on to activate and repair, and 12 hours off. So I put my patches on in the morning when I get up and brush my teeth, and I take my patches off when I go to bed at night when I brush my teeth again. And then the next day I put on a brand new patch and start the whole process over. So the amazing peptide that gets activated by the X39 in particular is called GHKCU, or GHK copper peptide. This peptide does all of these amazing, wonderful things in the body. This peptide was actually found over 50 years ago by a scientist named Dr. Lauren Picard. And tonight I'm going to show you his website. I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully my technology is going to work so I can kind of show you his website, because I just think it's just a really great tool. And the way that he lists it out on his website to understand some of the different things at GHK in more detail than even what I normally go over on a call like this. But one of the things that it activates are your dormant stem cells. So as we age, our stem cells just go dormant. It's actually what causes the aging process in our body. By the time we are 30, over half of our stem cells go dormant. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% of our stem cells that are any longer active. The cool thing is they don't leave the body or they don't get taken out of the body, but they're just dormant. They're still there. They've just gotten tired. And so they've just gone dormant. Well, this amazing peptide activates those dormant stem cells to help reset your body to a younger, healthier state. So the longer that you utilize the technology, it starts to begin to have a compounding effect on the body where more and more regeneration in your body takes place. And so, what we recommend is to wear the patch every 1 month for every decade you are old. So if you're 50, you need to wear the patches for 5 months to really give your body a chance to see what it's going to do for you. This is completely natural. And so we are trying to cause the body to do something that it has not been doing or utilizing for a long time. And so because it's completely natural body process, that could take some time. For some people, we call them one patch wonders and they notice something right away. For other people, it could take 6 months to really notice some things going on. It really just depends on what's going on with you and what your body decides it needs to utilize those peptides and those stem cells for. And we can't tell you what that's going to be because your body gets to decide. And I love that so much because I feel like ultimately that just places everything in God's hands and He decides. He has made us fearfully and wonderfully made. And so I absolutely love this technology because of that. Another one of the things that GHKCU does is it activates and helps support the cardiovascular system. So this is everything to do with your heart and your blood vessels and the lining of your blood vessels. And so just imagine all of the things that can happen when someone's cardiovascular system is supported. So every 6 months that you utilize the technology, it resets your vascular system by 8 years. I mean, that's jaw dropping. So at the molecular cellular level, it resets your vascular system. So you can see how the longer you utilize it, it's just helping to balance and bring your body back into homeostasis to reset you to a younger, healthier state. I have a great story from this last week about that. I have a friend who is in the health industry, and I've been talking to him for several months about utilizing the technology. And I ended up giving that little fact at an event that we were at, and that was his trigger to be like, oh, this is going to do something for my blood pressure potentially. And so because it has to do with your blood vessels and the lining of your blood vessels. And so he decided to try it. He was like, okay, I'm ready to try it. Very healthy guy, in his 40s, and I think it was 42. And, but just kind of has always modified or managed his blood pressure, in his diet, the way he eats, but based on what he eats, it'll fluctuate. And so, but he's like, if I can have some support just completely naturally, then I want to try that. Within 3 days, he came back to me and he said, Nikki, I thought I was dead. He was like, my blood pressure was so low. He's like, he's never been that low ever. And he checks his blood pressure on a daily basis. And so, I mean, I was floored because I don't think I've ever seen someone have that quick of a result, especially with blood pressure or something like that. And so it's just one of those things to where, he really takes care of himself. This was one little thing that he was trying to figure out. For whatever reason, his body just decided that's exactly where we're going to send it right away. So I would never expect that. Never would I expect that for someone. But it is always just a moment to praise the Lord when something amazing like that happens, because it is just all Him and how He's designed us. Another amazing thing that GHKCU does is in wound healing. So any type of wound you have have, it remodels scar tissue. And so if there's a surgery coming up or even a long-term surgery from long ago, I know Vicky talks about it. We had another gal on a few weeks ago who was talking about a surgery from 32 years ago and just having a terrible scar from that. And then 18 months later, she just happened to notice that it was completely gone, just completely gone. Again, just, amazing, amazing things. The reason that it can also do this is because that in particular peptide, GHKCU, uh, helps to support collagen from the base. So most people, are either taking collagen or they know people taking collagen. Collagen is one of those things that you have to be real careful with because you want to get it from a good source and you want to at least have all 5 types of collagen in a collagen that you're taking. But the amazing thing is that with this technology, we don't have to take any collagen because this technology activates it from the source to do all of the things: hair, skin, nails, even collagen is important for muscles and tissue and bones, and it's a part of everything in our body that's so important. So another thing that GHKCU does is help to support your immune system. And ultimately, isn't that what we all are always trying to figure out? How much vitamin C can I take? What other things can I take that will support my immune system so that I just won't get sick? Or if I do happen to be around people and they have something, that I will just, my body will be able to handle it, or I will have it for a shorter amount of time, or I won't get it as bad. So anytime, especially as we age, we can support our immune system. I always think it's such a positive thing. So I'm going to take you, and then I will have time for questions. I'm going to take you to this website. Hopefully my screen share thing, of course, now it's like not going to be there. So I even checked it earlier and it was totally there on the screen. Oh, wait, that's not it. What did I do? I must have hit the wrong button. Let's see. Stop share. Let me try again. Let me try one more time. If not, then I can just go ahead and take questions. Yeah, no, I don't know why it's not there. So I don't know, Ed or Vicky, if you can get up the, oh, I keep doing that. Keep hitting the wrong thing. If you want to pull up that reverse aging with GHK, if it works for you, then you can bring it up. But anyway, I would love to answer questions. If any of you have a story for me of, especially those of you that are either helping other people with the technology or you're using the technology yourself, I would love to hear your story. And Mary, you totally do not have to come on. I know I am putting you on the spot, so you can completely ignore me. I know you and I have talked about, having you come on and do a testimonial call with me because you've been utilizing the technology for a while, right?
Right, right. I have a question. I have a question about the effectiveness of the patches. Saturday, we had a community outreach at church, and so we were outside a lot. The temperature got up to 100 and got up to 9 with a heat index of 104. Wait a minute. Temperature was 91 with a heat index of 105. I got home and I felt kind of washed out, but I took some electrolytes and laid down, and I still felt kind of funny. So I took my blood pressure. It was 100/68.
Mm.
That's very, very low. I had my patches on. Does that kind of heat accelerate the effectiveness of the patches? I was out
So
in the heat about 4 hours, three, 4
yeah,
hours.
yeah. So whatever is going on with the patches and how your body is utilizing the patches, it is
Mhm.
always to bring your body back into homeostasis and balance. So it would
Okay.
never cause a issue or a problem as far as you not feeling well. I would say, or just, still feeling, like you're feeling the effects of that.
Okay.
I would say it's probably more due to, heat exhaustion, or if you got dehydrated, like that was
Yes,
perfect. You coming
I did.
home and taking the electrolytes
I did.
was huge because especially so on a normal daily basis, just for health, all of us need to drink half of our body weight in ounces every single day. And that's without exercise, without sweating. So any type of thing, outdoor, heat type of thing, even without patches. That's just a normal thing that we should do. So anytime we add exercise, some type of heat, outside, sauna, whatever, swimming, and patches, we actually need more hydration and electrolytes, especially for that. So, but you can have lingering effects from heat exhaustion or dehydration as well.
Actually, I thought the patches did served me well, but I have one other question for you. When you I do patches every day, Monday through Sunday. Should I break it off? Should I not do it one day or 2 days a week or something?
Yeah.
Or I
So
should do it every day?
which patches do you use every day?
Every day. X39, X49, and Aeon.
Awesome.
Aeon
Yes.
every day.
Yeah. I personally would not want to be without any of those patches every day. I would want to wear them every day. The interesting thing is I do have people who tell me, that just think, oh, I'm just going to take a little break, or even people that'll just take one day off, and they'll notice. They'll notice something that's different that they haven't had in a really long time. I've had people sometimes that, were waiting on an order, or they forgot to place an order or something like that. So they'd be out for a week. And in, a couple weeks in those circumstances, I mean, they have always come back to me and said, I really noticed a difference. Like they're shocked because, we can usually do that with vitamins or, other things. And we have no idea that, we are didn't take them or whatever. But with the patches, it can be very easily to notice. So I would definitely tell anyone to wear those every day. If there were some that you wanted to change out and do every other day or do a little bit differently, those I would recommend, possibly doing with that, either carnosine or glutathione. I actually wear those every day as well. But because of the way of how they activate those master antioxidants in our body, you can, do every other day with those, very, very easily. And especially like even young kids, like they could do a glutathione patch once a week just to detoxify every cell in their body and then protect every cell in their body, just because they're younger. So yeah, I think you're doing good.
I feel good.
Good, very good. So tell me what you've noticed and how long have you been using the technology?
I think I've been on it, oh, probably 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
And what I can tell is that my sleep is regulated. About 10 o'clock, I'm ready to go to sleep. I want to wind down. About 5:30 or 6, my eyes pop open and I'm ready to get up. One really good thing. Now, I never have had a lot of aches and pains getting up in the mornings, but I feel very, very good about what am I going to do today. My friends always ask, do you have any pain when you get up in the morning, any aches? No, I do not. I do not. But if they ask, my issue with talking too much about it to friends is that the first thing people will say is, I want to try it. But I don't know the best thing for them to do,
Yes.
to offer them the product. I don't know what's best. My back hurts, my knee hurts, because if they use it just one time, it's not going to have any impact, is it?
Not usually. I wouldn't expect it. It can, because I've seen it happen, and I'm always just so shocked. But I would
Yeah.
definitely not expect that. And I would always start somebody with X39 and Eon. I usually recommend those two in tandem because Eon activates a peptide in your liver, which is specific to inflammation. And so pretty much all of us have inflammation in our bodies, based on what we eat, what we drink, even just the air we breathe. And so to have something that's helping reduce that inflammation in our body is huge. The other thing that's really key in our bodies is when we have something going on in our body, our stem cells in our body are attracted to that inflammation because they're going there to repair and reset whatever's going on. But inflammation eats stem cells. So as we age, the less stem cells we have active, which is why it takes people so long to heal and regenerate from something that's happened to them. So if we can utilize the EON to reduce the inflammation, then as the X39 activates GHKCU and those stem cells get up and get going to that area, then they can have full regenerative effect because they're not getting gobbled up by the inflammation. And because the GHKCU is activating more stem cells, that means we're able to get more stem cells than we had without having the support for that peptide in our bodies.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, yeah, and so for your friends, X39 and EON, I always start with those. Um, uh, and those are the best recommendations. If they can only do one, it's always X39. We always start with X39. And of course, I'm happy to help you anytime. And please invite them to these Zooms, even if you want to have a party and have them over to your house and y'all get on Zoom together on Monday nights with me. I would be happy to answer questions, and I can just do that anytime. We could get together and I could help you and your friends
Okay.
anytime. I would love to do that, to be able to answer questions so that you know, feel confident and feel like they're getting the answers that they need. So
Okay. Sounds great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Pastor Ed and Vicky, do you all have any other comments that you'd like to add to help Mary out?
I think maybe if you have your friends over, maybe you can do a patching while on the Zoom so they can experience it, you know, and have their questions answered at the same time. Sometimes people feel more comfortable like that. Yeah, and just patching your friends and family, that's where I always started. And you know, it's just easy because if you can't patch your friends and your family and make mistakes and learn along the way, then who can you patch? So
That's
yeah,
so
just
good.
start with your family and your friends, and I mean church family too. You know, they're family also. So
Nothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's so good. Yeah. Yeah, and you could bring them on. That's a great idea. Because if you have, especially like with their aches and pains, we could even like when you need the ice wave. Ice wave is for pain. And so, and basically I could just walk you through even on Zoom, or we could do it on a Monday night call as well, to where you know, they tell us they have this issue, and I could tell you where to put the patches, and they could put we could figure out the ice wave, and I could show you how to do all of that, and everybody would get to experience, you know, this amazing journey of helping people get out of pain. Oh, I know what else I was going to ask you. So before you started patching, did you have aches and pains at all then?
None other than my shoulder. Just
That's right.
my shoulder is the only area of aches and pain I had that affected my workout.
Yeah. But is your shoulder completely fine now? You don't notice it causing you problems?
It's not completely pain-free, but it doesn't disturb me at night when I roll over on it anymore. If I monitor my movement at the gym, I can get through my workout without it giving out. So those are
Mhm.
things that are better for me.
Yeah. And that's huge. Just being able to fully do a workout of what you want to do, because I spent tons of time modifying workouts. I'm still
Yes.
modifying workouts. So, yes.
Do you wear your ice pack? Do you wear any ice wave at night?
Yes. So normally this one that you see on my elbow, and it's my shoulder as well, like with you, like when I start to notice if I roll over at night on that shoulder and I can feel it, then I will put it on at night, and then I'll keep it on when I go and do my workout in the morning, and then take it off after my workout, so that I get it when I need it, which is when I'm sleeping, so that my shoulder doesn't bother me. And then also, when I work out, so that there's no pain when I work out. The issue for me is because there's no pain, I think I can do more things.
Yeah, right. Yes. And
all
then
the
it comes
time.
back.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have to be more careful. So, anyway, yeah, it's a absolute blessing at my age to be able to have a tool like this.
Yeah.
But then also have to remind myself, even though I think I'm 25, 25.
Where's the fun in that?
That's right. That's right. That's why I tell myself I'm just still 25. Yes, I can do that handstand. Yes, I can stand on my head. I can do all those things. I can jump. I can run. I can do it all. Pastor Ed, yes, please go on.
When you said that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, that makes so much sense when we have a technology now that can help us as we age, because age is not meant to be a disease, but
Mhm.
we get a lot of diseases because of our age. And we have a technology that we can reverse that aging and age gracefully. So I
Yeah.
thank God that we have that. And you did such a great job. I can't add anymore. I just grab on the spiritual thing, and that's as good as I can get.
Well, that's always the best thing, Pastor Ed. That's always the best. Yes. Sandy, yes, come on, please.
Hey,
So good to see you.
thank you. Quick question. Steve has a rotator cuff tear, and he has been putting X39 behind his neck or sometimes right on his shoulder, and the 3YH around, and X49 sometimes above his belly button. Do you have any other suggestions he's going to do a month of therapy to try to prevent doing surgery? So I was gonna just check in with the pros here.
Yes. Yeah, Vicky, she's the pro. It sounds like you're using the right patches to me. So Vicky, you want to chime in here and ask some questions and give some recommendations?
It sounds like you're using all the patches that I would recommend. And is he wearing all the patches during the day? And is he wearing any patches in the evening?
Just during the day, none in the evening or at
Okay.
bedtime.
Okay. And because the shoulder is the area that he wants to like repair, I would definitely put the X39 on the shoulder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Would you put the X49 on the shoulder too, you think?
I mean, the X49, it doesn't really matter. I would put that below the belly button or behind the neck. I mean, it's totally up to you, or should I say up to him. But I would do like the 3YH and the X39 definitely on the shoulder itself.
Okay.
And
Well,
is
we'll
it
just keep plugging along. I just thought I would check in because
is it painful for him?
is it painful for you? Yeah. Yeah, he's on a 10-pound weight limit at work, and if he
Okay.
lifts, yeah, it hurts.
So definitely add the ice wave in there too.
Okay. Alrighty. Well,
When you say place it behind the neck, what position is that?
That is the GV14 or the C7 right on the back of the spine. When you bend your neck down, you feel that little
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the bumps.
Yes. That's where it would go.
Oh, okay. I do that already. Okay.
yeah, and
Anybody else?
I'm so sensitive to any kind of thing on my skin. I just tape all my patches on my clothes. I don't know if Mary has run into that with any of your friends, but it it really, really helps a lot because
Works
I
the same.
can break out really bad, and so people will say, well, I'm sensitive. I'm like, well, I just tape it to my clothes. It works great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. And that is so important. And so thank you for bringing that up, Sandy, because that is a key indicator of understanding how there's nothing transferring from the patch into your body. So even when I do demonstrations on people, I won't actually attach the majority of the patches that I'm using to their skin. I'll even use it, on the outside of their clothing, because that infrared light that we emit, it goes out 3 to 4 inches. So even if like you had the patches in your purse or something and your purse was up next to your body, your your body is going to activate those patches because of that infrared light. So they do not have to be directly on the skin to do what they're designed to do.
Stop it, I say.
I know, that's
Stop it.
amazing. It's just totally amazing.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, not the glutathione, but the other one, the CAR something.
carnosine.
Yes, I put that one down below my buttocks, right above at the
Mhm.
base of my spine,
Yes,
and that would invariably itch.
yes, yeah.
It's an irritation for me, so I don't. It's
I
like
just get that white medical tape that comes in
Uh-huh.
fabric or comes in like paper. I like the paper. And I
uh-huh,
just take that. That's one of my favorite spots to put that carnosine down
yeah,
right at your tailbone, right on top
yeah.
of my underwear. Works
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just take the sticky off. I just take the sticky off and I actually attach them to the inside of my underwear.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah. Yeah, so you don't even have to use extra tape, unless you're obviously going to be changing a bunch of clothes, then maybe you would want to use the tape instead. So you can, easily reattach it. Or you still could, like even if you already used the sticky and then you wanted, you're going to change clothes, then you could, use a piece of tape instead and put it on the inside or even outside. You could put it on the outside of your underwear because we're not walking around with our underwear hanging out. So you could put it on the outside of your underwear too. Doesn't matter. It'll still work.
Where you feel good. Okay.
Yes.
Tell Mary about the guy that got shot. I mean, I'm still thinking about that. That's just so amazing.
Oh, I don't remember. Somebody help me.
A few
Oh.
weeks ago, a grandma's grandson got shot in the leg and it went through and busted up his femur, his bone above his knee, and went out the other side. And the pain level was like a 20 out of a 10. And the grandma went and put the patches just on top of all the bandage or whatever they had, I don't know they had him casted yet. And his pain went down to 0. And in 2 weeks, one day it was up at about a 6. So he said, Grandma, I don't want to take that medicine the doctor gives me because it makes me feel weird. Give me them patches. Don't take them patches off of me. Keep giving them to me.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. Praise God.
Yes, absolutely. I can't even imagine a 20 down to nothing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I just been thinking about that for when was our meeting? A whole week or more. I just been thinking about that. I'm just like, that's amazing.
Yes, that is amazing. Yes. Yeah, definitely praise the Lord. Anybody else have any last minute questions or thoughts before we get off here?
Just thank
Well,
you so much for everything y'all do.
yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Please get back to the person who invited you to this call to get more information, to get your questions answered. That is what we are here for. We are all here to help you on your health journey and support your health. And so we just pray blessing over each and every one of you tonight. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.